Hey, it's Grumps here. It's PTS 1.7 time, so let's test things. So let's start with a quick overview. What we are having over here. We are definitely not buying caches. Classified caches just for the PTS. Deadeye is not critting right now, that's why we are not testing it. Lone Star doesn't have 6 piece, so we are not testing it either. Final measure only defuse grenades when you rogue. It needs to be fixed. Sentry doesn't do stacks on, more targets, so you can get only 6 stacks on one target. It doesn't spread around. So that needs to be fixed, although we will be covering some of the gameplay from Sentry in probably next video. Striker, I think there's something broken with the medkit and the healing. I think the healing is too strong. The medkit provides you with, overall the best feeling, the best healing you can get in the game right now, even better than your recovery link, and it's just too strong. And Reclaimer is also a nice set, which I also have a 6 piece on me, and I was testing it both in PvE and in PvE. I think it's a great set, and if we can sort out the healing issues, it will be probably one of the best support sets in a game. Global events location is now closed and offline, so you won't find anything over here. This vendor is empty as well. You cannot buy, sell, or buy back anything. There will be some sort of like leaderboards for the certain activities, which are obviously offline. And there's this guy which provides you with like a quick summary. That's probably gonna be like additional stats for you to look for and see through, so we can plan your next missions. Patches and commendations are, of course, the bigger part of the content which are dropping right now. Also the appearance, where you can find those. There's a new slot for both patches and mask. So here are the patches. My favorite one is Peace Out, and we have the mask, which I will be gladly to welcome to show you something, but there is nothing right now. Also, you can have 400 intel right now. That's also a nice thing, and plenty of more spaces for your pouches. You can see I have almost over 2,500 division tech. Here we have premium vendor and encrypted cache. They said that the cipher keys and cipher set keys will be available for us in the world. So hope we can get hands on without paying on one of those or two of those caches. Everything rest is exactly as it was. And of course our unisex toilet, introduced in the last stream with perfect view of our back in the mirror. I don't know how the hell that's happening, but anyways, you can change your outlook for the first time since the beginning of the game. That's nice, but we already know everything about that. Quite simple, right? So first thing first, I wanted to see how the SVD changes are impacting the weapon, so I put it into the test. My SVD, as right now you can see, without any mod, any cover or any additional perks, it's quite similar to M1A. In cover, it's pretty much the same. It's still very, very, very accurate, and that's how you're supposed to play Deadeye. Now, I want to try it with steady hands, and steady hands will give me additional balance, additional stability on weapons in cover. So when you enter in cover for 10 seconds, you have additional stability, and then it's just, almost the same as it was in cover without steady hands in 1.6.1. I still like it. So now we are testing defib with rolling into the defib. As you can see, Ryan over here just damaged himself. Defib on the floor, roll into healing, and no healing over time, so it's still bugged. Mobile cover used to
get some nades.
Give you additional adept stacks and infinite competent stacks. Right now, as you can see, I have competent on my weapon, and it doesn't restack when I snap to mobile cover. there was an issue where your friends could go into cover and still proc your talents. Locke is going into cover right now, and as you can see, there is no component on my gun, so that thing have been fixed. Right now, we are testing.
All right, we're at 30.
Airburst.
So that is 426k electronic. Airburst damage, it says 71k.
Seeker mine on the floor. And I took full damage.
Supply drops have expired.
I have 1 bar left.
Yeah.
And also I have like a little bit of immunity to fire. You see, I cut on fire after a couple of seconds. 1 is none is still broken. It still jams your gun. While you're ADSing and trying to reload your gun, it might jam your gun. As you can see, my gun is being jammed. So that haven't been fixed. You have to swap your weapon or wait a little bit longer to be able to use the gun again. Here you can see me damaging myself and crawling into the station. I will be shot by Defib, and you can see Defib is being prioritized over station. That's fixed. But on the other hand, when you're already in the emu and you're being down and shot by Defib, the station is raising you.
It doesn't, yeah, it didn't cancel it out.
Defib is not cancelling it at all. We tested again.
Nope.
The same results. You've been raised by the station. We tested also on an ally, so make sure that it's not me who's lagging. Station is being prioritized. Now we are testing on 6-piece Reclaimer. I'm being down. Defib. And station is raising me. So that's bugged. And now a douchebag came in and want to destroy our experience and our testing, because that's how PTS is looking like. So we thought it's gonna be a nice way to test my Reclaimer build in a more PvP oriented area. You can see me and Log over here are trying to run with those 3 guys. I'm not shooting, not focusing at all, throwing grenades. They destroyed my station, and as you can see, 6-piece Reclaimer had a 25% that will have insta station again, and insta station is on the floor, so that's working. As you can see, I'm not trying to focus on doing damage. I'm trying to focus on, like, you know, getting my heal on a decent level and keep myself alive. We got 1 guy over there.
No, I'm down.
That Log was focused with Striker probably, so I will be trying just to stay alive.
Hitting dead stacks.
Throwing some grenades to get them on stagger. Still annoying. And just trying to keep alive. Bear in mind that I haven't been using canned food in this situation. So the healing is actually really strong. And it can be even stronger if you actually proc your canned food, which I forgot about. You see, I'm dancing around. By the way, Chicken Dance is still broken. You can still spam your shift and A or D and just change directions freely however you want. I said it a couple of times already. I think there should be like a cooldown on strafing as it is on sprinting right now. You see, I didn't got the station back again. It didn't proc this time, so I had to save myself with a medkit and using a survivor link. And I can place my station again. So a little bit more dancing, a little bit more dancing. I was trying to talk to those guys as well. Ask them if they have enough or not. They didn't. This 1 guy was really hard trying to prove something, I don't know. Maybe he was testing some other servers. You see, I'm down. I just moved aside, 20.5 seconds rest. Saved my ass during PvP. Of course, medkit, defib with additional overhealing. 1 guy already resigned from doing anything more. This guy was really persistent. He was like, I'm gonna test something, but we never actually, you know, figured out what he's trying to test. I thought I'm going to speak him down, but as you can see, Dan style over here, and he failed. You know, exactly like others. And finally, my PvE gameplay with 6-pick striker classified gear set, bullfrog as a main weapon with critical hit damage, and sausage with additional critical hit damage, sustained predatory, and self-preserved. As you can see, 6Ps will give you additional healing, and I think that healing is broken right now. I think that healing is too much, and I think there's something really wrong with the medkits. I might have a guess, blind guess, that medkits somehow multiply the effect of healing on striker. But if they can like tone it down a little bit, I think that might be one of the best set pieces for solo running in Division of all times. I would like to see this mechanic in a live server. We just need to put more tests into it, and since we don't have any other set pieces to compare to, because right now the only two which are fully working is actually Reclaimer and Striker. So if they really step it up with other 6 pieces, I'm fine with this set. You can still burst those strikers, and you can EMP them, so they lose the ability to heal, and they completely lose the stacks. My idea of fixing the striker will be to don't give separate stacks for the healing. The healing stacks should be also a reward for being accurate. So, and you should lose them when you're not critting and when you're not hitting the enemy. So I think if the same stat will be, you know, for stacks and that healing, so you will still have only one timer on your screen, that will be fine. And that probably will be more than enough for, you know, any solo player out there. Anyways, that's me. I spent all day yesterday for doing that. Sorry for the late video. I will continue doing my tests if more content will drop. That's just the first look on the first week of PTS. So stop by my channel. We are doing many more tests and, you know, spontaneous ideas which, you know, people bring to the chat. And enjoy. In the next clip, in the next video, I will probably provide you with some Sentry gameplay, also with PvE and Lexington, so you can compare how those sets are working right now to the, you know, to the state where you are playing with them right now on the live servers. So enjoy. I really like them. Have fun, guys. See you next video. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the feedback, and thanks for being super cool. See you on Twitch. Have a great day. And test something. Bye.
You're a lifesaver. I was sure they were gonna kill me just like the others.
Active echo beacon detected.
Agent, the hostage is being held on the roof. You need to clear it out. We got us an easy march there.
Negative, Ramos. We've got this. Find a secure position and hunker down.
And that's an order, Sergeant.
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
Lau here. I just heard about Ramos, Captain. Glad we reached him in time.
Thanks for that. My people are getting into position to breach the hall. Agent, you're gonna want to unlock the maintenance access. The building blueprints show a security control room down in the basement.
I hope that shit ain't airborne. Is it?
Warning. Additional hostiles inbound.
Gonna waste you.
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
We're almost done.
So far, so good. My strike squads are moving in. They'll breach the main hall on your signal.
Well, ain't this some shit? Thought you might have had the good...
impressed, Agent. Tricky assignment, but you did what had to be done.
Yeah, you broke their spine, kid. With the leader dead, the rest are gonna scatter.
I don't think we're quite done with them yet, but at least now we can get these JTF folks back on the job.
Oh yeah. I need my people alive and out there fighting the good fight. God knows we can't afford to lose any more personnel. I owe you, Agent. Hell of a job.